committed to a no new taxes pledge. Are you also willing to make that same pledge to voters?
You know, I think that it's a piece of paper that I think is something that, you know, it's a signature that says you're making a promise. I'd tell you, go look back at what I've done. I've never increased taxes because I think what you spend is important. As an accountant in a family-run small business, we saw what it meant to stretch a dollar. Yes, I have signed the tax pledge. Yes, I will tell you I won't increase taxes, but I'm going to focus on how we spend. That's what's important.
Okay, South Carolina's emergency rooms are becoming holding areas for the mentally ill, essentially because patients have nowhere else to turn. Given the current state budget crisis and the drastic reductions in the Department of Mental Health that they've already absorbed through across-the-board cuts, what would you do to address this problem, Congressman Barret?
Well, again, Judy, you know, taking care of people that can't take care of themselves is extremely important. That's a mandate that the state government has. And again, we've got to get back and take a look at those core issues. You know, there's some things that government does that should do in good times, but when they're not good times, we need to think outside of the box. Is it something we can do a public-private partnership on, where we can have inclusiveness and thinking different ways to fund it? Is it something that we can outsource or privatize? You know, I think there's so many things that we always think that government has to do.
Do you think mental health is one of those things that government should take care of?
Absolutely.
So how would you address that problem in the ER?
Well, again, listen, we've got to talk to the hospitals. We've got to get them involved in it. The governor's got to bring people together and address these major issues because, listen, we're going to have to cut some major spending. We're going to have to focus on those core issues and how we can fund these through outside sources.
Okay, before we go to break, we wanted each of you to prioritize each of these different issues. Illegal immigration, jobs, and education. Those hot topics, how would you rank those if you become governor?
Representative Haley.
Representative Haley first.
Jobs first, education second, illegal immigration third.
And Congressman Barret?
I think she's right, but you know, there again, it's kind of hard to separate any of them, but I would go with jobs first, education second, immigration third.
All right, well, speaking of all of those topics, we will tackle all of those when we come back after this short break.
Fine Jewelry is having a moving sale, and all inventory is now 20 to 50% off. Take advantage while supplies last. Necklaces, watches, engagement rings, everything is on sale. 20 to 50% off. Carolina Fine Jewelry. Come here.
Using Frontline Plus shows your pet you care by unleashing a complete killing force against fleas and ticks. And not just grown fleas. Unlike other products from your vet, Frontline Plus also kills flea eggs and larvae and keeps killing for 30 days on dogs and cats. That's why it's the #1 choice of vets for their pets and yours. There's killing, and there's complete killing with Frontline Plus.
Is this any way to clean a windshield? Well, it used to be the only way, but now there's the exciting new Windshield Wonder. The Windshield Wonder combines a microfiber cleaning cloth with a long handle and pivoting head to make windshield cleaning fast and easy. So easy, you don't even need glass cleaner. That's right, the Windshield Wonder cleans and shines glass with plain tap water. Amazing! Use the Windshield Wonder inside to clean mirrors, hard-to-reach windows, and more. Your Windshield Wonder order includes the handle, 2 microfiber bonnets, a microfiber towel, a spray bottle, even a handy storage pouch. That's a $20 value for just $10. But that's not all. Call now, and as a bonus, we'll double your order. Just pay separate shipping and handling. That's right. Get everything you see here, a $40 value for just $10. Call now.
To order by credit card, call 1-800-913-5190. You'll get a complete second set as a bonus with today's orders. So call 1-800-913-5190. That's 1-800-913-5190.
Carolina Fine Jewelry is having a moving sale, and all inventory is now 20 to 50% off. Take advantage while supplies last. Necklaces, watches, engagement rings, everything is on sale. 20 to 50% off. Carolina Fine Jewelry.
And welcome back. Before we went to break, we asked the candidates tonight to list their priorities, and jobs came up at the top. So we want to tackle jobs right now. And Representative Haley, you are first. Your plan for economic prosperity is to eliminate the small business income tax. You've talked about that a lot. How much money does that represent? And how would you replace that loss of revenue in the state?
You know, the interesting thing is, first of all, as an accountant, we've got one of the most mandated tax structures in the country. So we need to look at every tax, every exemption, and every fee, because a fee is a tax. One of the first things we need to do is eliminate the small business income tax. Right now, it is about 3% of our budget. And it's interesting, Ben, because in year 2005, 2006, and 2007, when government grew by $1 billion a year, nobody asked what you're going to cut. Yet at this point, when we talk about eliminating small business income tax, everybody wants to know how you're going to replace it. The key is, when you give businesses cash flow, when you give them profit margins, the first thing they do is hire people. They invest back into their state. It is the #1 thing that can spur our economy quickly and get people back to work quickly and help the economy grow in a way that will really make it strengthen. And so it's 3% of our budget. I know there are things we can cut. The Education Oversight Committee, which is just more of a committee that advises as opposed to doing something, you know, looking at the education and how expensive it is on the overhead side as opposed to in the classroom, and also turning around and looking at the Budget and Control Board that employs 1,057 people.
Thank you.
Congressman Barrett, the first item on your jobs plan on your website is to take immediate action to fill job openings. Explain exactly what that means and how it's different from what the newly formed Department of Employment and Workforce is doing right now.
Well, from what I understand, the Budget and Control Board says there's roughly 30,000 to 40,000 jobs that are unfilled in South Carolina because we don't have trained workers. And what we would do automatically is link up unemployed people with those workers, hire them on the spot so they get off the unemployment rolls, let the employer employ them, and give them on-the-job training. The way I understand it, we've got 2 workforce development funds in South Carolina. It's not just the workforce development funds. We need to make sure we streamline budgeting when we're looking for every dollar. I'll give you another perfect example in education. We've got 4 educational budgets in South Carolina: EIA, EAA, EFA, and First Steps. As a former business person, it just makes sense when you're stretching every dollar, when you're trying to get those dollars